Good morning, guys. It's, I don't know, 7:30 or so on Wednesday. We hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Aaron and I treated ourselves to feeding every 5 hours last night, so we didn't have to get up as many times, so that was nice. But we're off to feed her first bottle of the day. Join in. I know I showed you guys a little bit clip of the barn cats, but we have a lovely raccoon that visits us every night. So they don't get cat food overnight, so now they think they are literally starving. But as you can see, they're not. Uh-oh. Someone's hungry. Good morning. And as you guys can tell, she is very feisty for her bottle now, which is wonderful. Oh, come here. Here, you're being goofy. Okay. Don't mind the slobber all over her face. Here, let me wipe it off. You look goofy. There you go. It's a little dark in here. I didn't turn the stall lights on when we came in, but you guys can see her. She's doing very good. About a bottle a day, like I said. Oh. Croc and sweatpants. This little one you'll see here in a minute. When she gets done with her bottle, she is very, very, very feisty. And so any form of pants you're wearing turns into something she can suck on. So I stick to the same type of pants so I don't have my work pants get all dirty. Sometimes just pull that bottle away from her, let the air get back into it, and it helps her drink it a little easier. She does not appreciate it, but it helps. So she's about done. You guys are going to get to see the little dragon come out in her here in a minute. If you guys can hear that bottle, she's got it sucked down pretty good, but she's almost done, so. Where are you going? They can't see you over there in the corner. There you go. I don't know if you guys could hear the difference on that bottle just then, but she's done. Come on. See what I mean by... She's being nice. There it goes. So, but this is good. She's doing really, really good. We like to see her a little hungry, but I mean, look at her belly. She's not starving. So, gives her the fight to keep fighting. And a little hunger in there, huh? But there's your morning feeding. We're gonna go get ready to go to work and get more videos over today.
Well, everybody, this is going to be a look into a day in my life. Went and got the creep feeder filled this morning. We'll look at that when we put it out. But this tractor, his wheels are really inset. This came from rice fields in Arkansas. so we'll get to that in a minute. But they had them set in so far to fit in between their rows, and I was wanting to move these wheels out, but I had to get these dual hubs off first, and well, that sledgehammer was very helpful, seeing how in 1980 doesn't appear that John Deere believed in anti-seize. But no, that's both hubs. Now we're gonna move the inside wheels. If you notice, these bolts are, well, it's a good thing I took them out now instead of later, because I don't know how much longer they had. But no, get to feed the baby here in a little bit, and then go feed some cows. In the meantime, we'll tinker on this tractor, get ready for hay season. You see, if I don't go in the barn, she can't trap me. But will she realize I'm standing here with her bottom? No? Yeah, that's what I thought. Up here. Hey. Hey. Yoo-hoo. Over here. Oh. Oh, come on now. This is not your first rodeo. Okay, let's try this again. Over here. Hello. You make filming and feeding you very difficult. No. Why couldn't we do this outside? You're getting with it. Another day at 10 ounces every feeding. Well, there it is. All gone. Nope, it's empty. There. All better, huh? You're not hungry. You're not hungry. You just think you are. You're not hungry. You're not hungry. That's my hand. Right along. Go back outside. That's my leg. Why are you chewing on my jeans? Gotcha. My jeans don't taste good, I promise. Well, that was much more difficult than it needed to be because of somebody. But no, the hitch on pins goes up there. These rods here help them from being able to lift the gate. These rods here make it where only the calves, the shorter ones, can get in here. But this bar keeps them from pushing the gate up from down here. This bar is the height adjustment. Most of the time it's all the way up, but for some reason we had this one set to the middle last time, but undo some bolts, move it, and both these, you fold them up. It goes through these holes and these loops here for transport. These jacks here, you jack it up, take the hitch out, and then this is what you get. Cab's gonna be big and strong. Hopefully take some stress off these here mamas. Big calves tend to drink a lot of milk. Not quite the setup video, but that's the basics of this creep feeder for these calves. It's got about a ton of feed in it. Hopefully gonna last us for about a month. We'll see how fat they really think they are. Okay, fine, we'll go feed you guys now. These cows in this pasture don't have access to a pond full time. They have there's a low spot down there that has water in it when it rains. But this is our automatic water. Just fall down and get water. These help keep the temperature inside the water when there is no temperature outside. In the summertime we adjust the float and those push up against the lid. You just nose it down. Clean fresh water. Well, I definitely haven't filmed everything, and just keep going. Kind of forget about it. These girls here, making a couple hay bales today. If I change my knife blade, this might be a little easier. But it's like 5 cents a blade. Who'd want to change it? Today we are using this cradle. Well, today we are not using this cradle feeder. Normally, unpin this, slide it out, remove the gate, and come back up and put the bale inside it. That's why it's off the ground. They're supposed to be able to waste less, but right now I don't know that you can tell me that. They've definitely started eating less hay off of the liquid feed, but today I guess this one's going to get fed right here. This is how we're going to feed today. Just got a counter right here. This is not the easiest thing to do one-handed. Ta-da, 70 pounds. I'm guessing most of the herd is over there and doesn't care. Guess that's a really good hay bale. This feeder has got a place on it. You can put a cylinder if you got an extra hydraulic pump, so that way you don't have to get out to open and close this. Well, that's just a little too fancy, I guess. Guess we'll go put out their other hay bale and go on to the next pasture. But don't worry, guys. We couldn't feed in the last cradle feeder. And as long as this one's not in the mud hole, we can feed in this one. Show you how it works. It's not impressive or anything, just another overpriced hay feeder. And we're gonna park right here. Now we're at the pasture where we've got 4 first-time heifers in this pasture. We've only got 4 Angus this year. They're here, so here next few days we'll get to move the pen over here, get them caught and take them home so we can keep an eye on them. Make sure everything goes all right as they're calving, and that they accept that they are now a mother and must take care of a calf like they should. Now, you would think that shouldn't be too much to ask, but just sometimes it is. So, all right, give me a second. We'll take a look at this feeder. Okay, got the pen pulled out, slide it, pull it back out. Take and push this feeder underneath it as far as it'll go. I'm going to set my phone here and see if we can get a video of this. Hey, look at what happened. Anyways, I have to go back and see what you actually got to see, but just sits in there. I'll take this gate. Slide it in, pass this in, and get it in the camera. Slides over to that bolt. Put the pin in. Just like that. These feeders actually come with 2 pins, 1 on each side, but after about losing 6 pins in a week, I put a bolt in it, and that way if cows get a little rambunctious and get it open, we lose only 1 pin instead of 2. So let's go find them. Sometimes you gotta keep them trained as to what a horn means. Oh, you know that sound, don't you? Because sometimes these girls don't get feed every time since they're on liquid. They kind of forget that they are supposed to come to a horn. we'll give them a little reminder. She was here when we got the place. We bought her from the people that we got the place from because they couldn't catch her. My wife says she won't come to food. Looks like she's eating to me. But no, get these girls caught in the next couple days and get them home where we could watch them. Start having babies for too long.
So a lot of you have asked if the cows get different horn shapes versus the bulls, and you know how, oh, she's gonna come say hi and interrupt what I was saying. Hi, sweetie. How some of them, their horns go up versus twist versus out and a spiral. I mean, just all sorts of different ones. The correct answer is just all genetics. There are certain breeds, or certain, not breeds, lines, certain genetic lines that create, say, like a twist like this girl, or handlebars like this girl. It's just all genetics. They can, or they do say, most of the time, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen one. Bulls usually don't have twist to their horns, and their horns are usually a little bit smaller than some cows, or even steers in general. Steers focus all of their energy in growing horn. They don't focus obviously on reproduction, and these girls, the cows, they do. But all the colors, I mean, it's all genetic and luck of the draw, I guess. This girl, Tipsy, this is Tipsy's baby that Chad has. Her first baby was brown and white, and her last two have been black and white. And so it's just you just never know what you're gonna get. Well, hi, JW. How are you feeling, bud? You guys can see, look at his cute little bald spot. It's for being a typical bull, rubbing on anything he can find. But he's looking really good. So, ow, you turd. This is Faith, here on the right. I told you guys I'd tell you a little bit about her. So her mama, that's her mama right there next to her. Her name's Raven. Let's see, Faith's probably going on 3 now. When she was born, Raven retained her placenta, and we had a vet come out, and she did some work on her, and honestly made it worse off for Raven. So she was pretty sick. We ended up having to go to the emergency vet at Oklahoma State University with Raven. So long story short, obviously she's alive, she's fine. We got that all situation taken care of. But Faith, the baby here, Mama wasn't feeling good, so Mom didn't really take the best care of like cleaning her umbilical cord area, making sure that stayed all nice and clean. So Faith ended up getting a umbilical hernia, which most of the time isn't crazy bad. Most of the time it can be fixed with a simple surgery, stuffing everything back up in there and sewing it up. Our luck just kept getting worse. She spent a lot of time at OSU. Her entire calfhood, we were in a belly band. I will try to insert a picture of that for you guys into this clip. We basically had to do several surgeries on her because she got an infection from the first surgery on the umbilical cord, or the hernia. So it was a long process. I think she was weaned off of her mama well before we were over and done with the vet visits, and we were well known at OSU in the vet clinic, unfortunately, for a while. But that's how she came across her name, as Faith. We were told in the very beginning that it was not going to be worth it, and obviously we did spend quite a bit of money on her, and we're lucky enough to be able to do that. But as you guys can see with this bottle calf we have right now, we are very much, these are our animals and our responsibility, so we try everything possible to save them and just make them comfortable and have them the best of life. So she's doing good. She's had a baby for us. When raised it, had the baby, no problem, and the hernia didn't have any issues, and so, but she's doing good. Should have a baby, hopefully next couple months. So that's the story on Faith. I can't recall off the top of my head more questions you guys had on these girls. You did have a question on one of our steers, so I'll hop in the buggy and take you over and explain that question. But while I'm thinking about it, in the comments on here, if you guys have more specific questions you'd like for us to answer on these guys, feel free to post it on there, and we'll try to do a video and answer those questions for you. So let's go see the steers. Hi. No? Okay. Oh, I have a visitor. What you doing, sister? What are you doing? You wanna come say hi? Come say hi. Say hi, sweetheart. I think I haven't tried winning her over with food yet, but I think she's gonna be a pretty sweet cow, or sweet heifer. She's probably gonna get to stick around for a little while. We're gonna watch her grow. So, she's pretty cute. But let's go see the steers. Excuse me. Actually, it's kind of funny these two are here. So this is a half sister to her. So they've got the same mama, just a different daddy. So that's pretty cool. They've got a pretty good personality. So hang with me. I'll take you on an adventure. Hopefully it's not making you guys sick. new here and haven't seen some of our other videos, we have our big trophy steers in a separate pasture right now. They tend to be a lot more aggressive with in-heat females than our junior herd sire is, and so we just give him a fair chance at everybody, and these guys have been back here for a couple months. JW gets to come back in, well, I think at the end of this month, so not too much longer, and then these boys will be back out with everybody. I think they're enjoying the life of all you can eat hay and not having to share with the cows, so. Hey, bud. Okay, so this is Jackson. I've had several questions about his horns. So basically this happens, this is not a genetic thing with his horns. When they're calves, if they damage their horn buds, so the little calf that you saw before we came over here, about that size, if they damage it or get frostbite and it freezes or anything like that, the horn itself, well, I guess you want to call it deform or drop, or it could even break off. We luckily, knock on some wood, we haven't had any of that happen, but this guy most likely probably hit his horn hard enough, maybe on a chute when he was little, maybe getting worked, that it just basically altered the direction his horn was going. So he is not bothered by it. It just makes him unique. I call him my big goofball because his head seems to sway a little bit more than everybody else, just because it's a little, I guess, off center. I don't know what you want to call it. But he is very much used to it, and it does not bother him at all. I can promise. Got a new hay bale today, so they're living it up. She's got a new friend.